Our gospel reading this morning comes from John chapter 3. We're going to have some assistance with this dramatic reading modified from the Message. There was a man of the Pharisee sect, Nicodemus, a lawyer and a prominent leader among the Jews. Late one night, he visited Jesus and said,
Rabbi, we all know you're a teacher sent straight from God. I mean, no one could do all of the God pointing and God revealing things you've done unless God was in on it.
You're absolutely right. Take it from me, unless a person is born from above, it's not possible to see what I'm pointing to God's kingdom.
Nicodemus then engaged Jesus with questions, as was the Jewish tradition.
Well, how can anyone be born who's already been born and grown up? You can't just re-enter your mother's womb and be born again. I mean, what do you mean by all this born from above stuff?
You're not listening. Let me say it again. Unless a person submits to this original creation, the wind hovering over the water creation, the invisible moving the visible, a baptism into a new life, it's not possible to enter God's kingdom. When you look at a baby, it's just that. A body you can look at and touch, but the person who takes shape within is formed by something you can't see and touch, the Spirit, and becomes a living spirit. So don't be so surprised when I tell you that you have to be born from above, out of this world, so to speak. You know well enough how the wind blows this way and that. You hear the rustling through the trees, but you have no idea where it comes from or where it's headed next. That's the way it is with everyone born from above, by the wind of God, the Spirit of God.
Well, I'm still confused. I mean, what does all this mean? How does it happen?
You're a respected teacher of Israel and you don't know these basics? Listen carefully. I'm speaking sober truth to you right now. I speak only of what I know by experience. I give witness only to what I have seen through my own eyes. There is nothing secondhand here, no hearsay. Yet instead of facing the evidence and accepting it, you procrastinate with these questions. If I tell you things that are as plain as the hand before your face and you don't believe me, what use is there in telling you of things you can't see, the things of God? No one has ever gone up into the presence of God except the one who came down from that presence, the Son of Man. In the same way that Moses lifted the serpent in the desert so people could have something to see and then believe, it is necessary for the Son of Man to be lifted up. And everyone who looks up to him, trusting and expectant, will gain a real life, eternal life. This is how much God loved the world. He gave his Son, his one and only Son. And this is why, so that no one need be destroyed. By believing in him, anyone can have a whole and lasting life. God didn't go to all the trouble of sending us his Son merely to point an accusing finger, telling the world how bad it is. He came to help, to put the world right again.
This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.